Round 7 of 2012 Intercontinental Rally Challenge, and for the first time in ages, it's back onto the loose for the Rally San Marino. Based in the tiny mountaintop republic of San Marino, all but one stages are in neighbouring, indeed surrounding Italy, and all but one stage is therefore on gravel. The single super special Friday night was in San Marino on tarmac. Well, San Marino is a stunning location with views as far as the eye can see. You can see how it retained its independence over anybody coming. You'd know they were coming close days away. Well, this is the 40th running of the Rally San Marino, and the tiny republic with a nominal population of around 30,000 is the smallest member of the Council of Europe. Well, the first day had 8 stages, 5 stages, the second day with 8 stages. Day 1, well, bright sunny conditions for the start, meaning lots of dusty tracks. Anders Mikkelsen, the IRC points leader, had a tricky start. Poor tyre choice in the morning. He went too hard for the loose conditions, but during the afternoon loop he hit back to take the lead of the event. His chief rival was expected to be Giandomenico Basso in a 1.6 regional rally car Ford Fiesta, and he didn't disappoint. He was first on the road, clearing away the gravel, had a couple of spins, but at the end of the day he lay in second place, just 4.1 adrift. Skoda Italy driver Umberto Scandula had a sick engine throughout the day, but he still managed to stay in touch with Mikkelsen and Basso, lying in third place, 9.6 flamboyant seconds behind the leader. Sepp Wiegand, the German youngster, led after the first couple of stages. His very first fastest stage time coming on stage 1 in IRC, but a poor choice going with the soft tyre in the afternoon dropped him to 4th. Day 1 ended with the super special on tarmac, up the hill, up the mountain indeed, into San Marino, 6.43 kilometres, but on gravel tyres, making it doubly exciting. Lots of sliding around. Mikkelsen went fastest, ahead of Basso, Wiegand and Scandula. I'm glad to report I have never driven up that road in anything approaching that manner. Anders Mikkelsen then the overnight leader by 4.1 seconds from Giandomenico Basso. Scandula lying in third place. And the production class led by the Subaru. So into day 2. And again, starting to the west of San Marino, sunny, blue sky, temperatures around 34 degrees. You'd want to be just a few miles further west, perhaps, or a few miles further east, rather, out towards the coast at Rimini, perhaps. But starting with Monte Benedetto, the shortest stage of the day. Narrow, twisty, fast section in the middle. And a few slippery spots after overnight rain showers. Anders Mikkelsen first on the road, this time in the Skoda Fabia. The Norwegian clearing off a bit of gravel. Clean run through the stage, 5:25.9. Giandomenico Basso running behind his arch rival, giving him at least a slight advantage perhaps, and the torque of the 1.6 turbo motor certainly helping him in the twistier stuff, but not feeling entirely at home with a car that is new to him, and he almost new to gravel as well, having not done any for a year or so. Dropped 9.2 seconds. Umberto Scandula third on the road, third quickest. Car better than yesterday. The engine issue resolved. It had fuel in the water system, or a little bit of water in the fuel system, and so he's picking up full throttle, full power, at 18.5 seconds behind Basso. Sepp Wiegand, it's only his third ever gravel rally. The 21-year-old has scored points in all of the 6 preceding IRC events this year, despite his absolute lack of experience. fifth quickest through the stage, losing a few seconds to Scandala in the battle for third. Jaakko Niikara, the Finn in the Subaru Impreza, fifth on the road. He went through the stage, eighth quickest, the production class leader. Toshi Arai in the other Subaru retiring yesterday, wanting to hang on to fifth place and beat his teammate Juha Salo. Salo in a Ford Fiesta, 2-litre normally aspirated S2000 version of the car, looking very similar to Basso's, but just mechanically different. 2 seconds quicker than Niikara through the stage, battling for fifth place overall, and just 9.9 seconds behind him. Into Raffaele 1 then, and a lot of these stages being used 2 times. Beautiful stage, the longest of the day, and another classic ex-San Remo style stage. Okay, Mikkelsen finding a lot of gravel on the top, losing time to Giandomenico Basso, taking full advantage of his turbo engine on the tight and twisty sections. Going through 7.9 seconds faster than the rally leader. The battle well and truly on in San Marino. Well, Mikkelsen battling against loose gravel that gives him less grip, and the grunt of the turbo car off the corners. Mikkelsen on the right, Basso on the left. Coming out of a hairpin, Basso starts to pull away fast, and look, he's already pulling ground out on Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen needs to get it to the fast, high-speed stuff to allow his high-revving engine to really breathe deeply. After about 2 kilometers, Basso a second ahead of Mikkelsen. It's not all power, it's not all grunt, it's not all torque. Some of it comes from how much Mikkelsen was sliding around as well. Mikkelsen losing about half a second per kilometre. The gap coming down to just 1.3 seconds by the end of the stage for the Skoda UK driver. Juha Salo, 7th on the road, 5th quickest through the stage. Clean run, he said the car absolutely fantastic on the stages. Really enjoying it. If he's enjoying the normally aspirated Fiesta that much, then Basso must clearly have a good machine with the advantage of the turbo engine as well. Oh, Niikara 15 seconds slower than his compatriot, only 8th quickest through the stage, dominating the production cup more than 3 minutes ahead of his closest rivals, Mitsubishi. Stage 8, Sant'Agata is the venue. Sant'Agata Feltria, not Sant'Agata Bolognese, the home of Automobili Lamborghini. Andreas Mikkelsen still battling for the lead, where every 10th of a second counts, but struggling as well in the closing stages of the stage with no power steering. Really having to wrestle the car around, not what you want in tight and twisty conditions like this. In contrast, Giandomenico Basso having a clear run through, 1.3 seconds quicker than Mikkelsen. That was the lead going into the stage. They were tied at the end of stage 8. Basso often seems to find something a little special when there's a win in the offing. He was finding it today on Italian gravel. As for Frenchman Germain Boiffy, well, his Peugeot 207 clearly suiting the stage. 8th on the road rather, but fastest through, 1.2 seconds quicker even than Giandomenico Basso, his very first IRC stage win. And as a result, he leapt from 17th to 9th place in the overall standings. Bravo indeed. Andreas Mikkelsen and Giandomenico Basso now tied for the lead. Mikkelsen hobbled slightly by the looser stages. Basso boosted by the turbo engine. Was the balance continuing to swing throughout the day? And Bonifi there in 9th position in his Peugeot, tearing up the order with that one stage. Midday service in San Marino then. It's a vital 30 minutes. The next 5 stages to be run without in between servicing. So Basso and Mikkelsen tied. It's now a 5-stage event. One strategy on setup and tyres could decide it.
Pushing, maximum attack, and which after.
I had some road cleaning, I think, on the second stage, so I lost a lot of time. But hopefully next loop I could raise the speed and increase my my lead, which is 0.0. So it's very tight and intensive, but hopefully we can manage.
After 30 minutes of service and undoubtedly a degree of head scratching over setup and especially over tyre choice, Basso and Mikkelsen both go with the hard compound Michelin, but it does have to last 5 gravel stages. The Skoda's power steering is fixed, only one refueling to keep them going through the 5 remaining stages. Stay with us as we see the rally unfold. Day 2, second loop on the Rally San Marino 2012, round 7 of the Intercontinental Rally Challenge, and for stage 9, Monte Benedetto the second time through. The first of 5 stages in a row with just fuel in between. The conditions are cleaner for Andreas Mikkelsen. The fight for the lead is intense. He starts tied to the 10th with Giandomenico Basso. First man on the road again, as he will be throughout the day. 4 seconds quicker than his first run through. In big attack mode, no dramas. Of course, when he says no dramas, that's not what it looks like. It just means that's what it felt like. His arch-rival Giandomenico Basso in the Ford Fiesta regional rally car with its 1.6-litre turbo engine, second on the road. Switched to the harder compound because of the 5 consecutive stages, finding it a little more difficult to deal with the Fiesta on the tyre than on the first loop, where he used a medium compound, and that may have helped him reel in Mikkelsen in the morning. Second quickest, 3/10 slower than Mikkelsen, dropping therefore from joint leader to second place, 3/10 back. That off for Laurent Resch in the Peugeot 207, who was 6th overall before stage 9, broke a wheel, and that would put him out. Germain Bonfils, who took his first ever IRC stage victory in the morning. Stage 8 winner went off the road 5 corners after the start of stage 9 with a front left puncture, finishing 12th and then dropping to 10th place overall. Into stage 10, second run through Ruffelli, one of the longest stages of the day, 15.8 kilometres. Again, run in the 80s as part of the San Remo Group B Classic era. Runs through the middle of the Apennine range. Medium fast start with hairpins at the beginning of the climb. Well, Andreas Mikkelsen, as with Giandomenico Basso, in maximum attack mode, but also trying to think about making no mistakes and preserving the tyres. It's getting like Formula 1, isn't it? For the road again, cleaner for him, with the whole field having gone through than it was first time when he was on loose top surface gravel. As a result, Andres feeling the hurry up from behind, 14 seconds faster than his first run through. Well, it was Marco Allen, a Finn, but famed for driving, of course, for Italian teams like Fiat and Lancia, who coined the phrase, or certainly popularised the phrase, maximum attack, and that would equally serve the Norwegian and the Italians' approach to the afternoon. Win it or bid it, perhaps. The torque of the turbo coming out of the hairpins on the climb certainly helped. 3/10 faster than Mikkelsen, which meant, of course, that they were tied once more. 5th after stage 9, Juha Salo retired on the return road section to stage 10 with a water leak. That was the end of his promising rally. Harry Hunt in a class of his own in the two-wheel drive cup in his Citroen, on his way to taking the lead of the two-wheel drive title race as well. A very good event for Harry Hunt. Local hero Paolo Diana in his Renault Clio R3, a minute and 27 seconds behind, second place in the two-wheel drive category. And third place in two-wheel drive, Roberto Consani in his Renault Clio R3. Starting perhaps to feel a little long in the tooth in these conditions. Not sure. Third in the two-wheel drive, Targa Florio. Looking for another podium here. So 10 stages down and an overall tie for the lead once more. The old men playing cards weren't interested. Mikkelsen and Basso certainly were. Each had a hand on the trophy and the other on each other's throats. Into stage 11 then. Repeat of Santa Gata Feltria, 14.4 kilometers. But again, despite better conditions than he'd experienced in the first running through the stage, Mikkelsen struggling to hold off the attack of the Fiesta behind him. Well, this was Basso's turn to strike. And the Fiesta clearly suiting the stages, and Giandomenico, despite not having rallied on gravel for over a year and never having rallied on gravel in the Fiesta, the only kilometers he'd done were in shakedown. He went through 4.9 seconds quicker than Anders Mikkelsen to take the lead by that margin with 2 stages to go. Sepp Wiegand, third fastest through the stage again, but still in 4th place overall, chasing Italy's Umberto Scandola in an identical Skoda Fabia. And it would be the end of the road for Germain Boiffy, 5th fastest through the stage, but retired afterwards on the road section to stage 12. He certainly raised a few eyebrows in the Peugeot 207. There's life in the old dog yet. Kegli Szabo in his Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10, 8th overall on the stage, 2nd in the production class. Production class winner Jaakko Nikara in 5th position overall, and Gergi in 6th position. So Giandomenico Basso for the first time in the lead on his own on this event. Anders Mikkelsen taking over the lead on day 1 from early leader Sepp Wiegand, now in 2nd place. 2 stages to decide the 40th Rally San Marino. Stay with us to see how the Battle Royal sizes up and who wins round 7, the IRC. Final 2 stages of round 7 of the 2012 IRC. It's the 40th San Remo Rally. Well, after leading for most of the event, Anders Mikkelsen of Norway, opening every stage of the day, has dropped behind Giandomenico Basso with 2 to go. The gap, 4.9 seconds. Well, he needs to find something very special to catch Basso, or the Italian may jump. 6.8 twisty, gravelly kilometers vanish under his wheels in 5 minutes, 16.8 seconds. All he can do is wait for the Italian's reply, and it comes again. Giandomenico on full flow, really attacking hard in the Fiesta, which he is clearly getting very much to grips with. 5 minutes, 17.9, 1.9 seconds slower through the stage than Anders Mikkelsen. The gap down from 4.9 to 3.8. Umberto Scandola, 4th quickest through the stage. The Italian in the Skoda Italy S2000 car, still hanging on to 3rd place in the overall standings, ahead of Sepp Wiegand, who's 25 seconds behind him. Harry Hunt leading the two-wheel drive car category from the start of the event. Fastest on 6 stages in the category. Paolo Diana, his Italian rival, second, 1 minute and 7 seconds behind. Meaning the Citroën driver had a little bit of time to play with. Harry Hunt then taking the lead of the drivers category in the two-wheel drive cup, claiming victory in San Marino. Renault still at the top of the pile, ahead of Honda, M Sport and Peugeot. As far as the production cup is concerned, Jaakko Nikkilä, the Finn, and Toshi Arai of Japan were expected to be arch rivals. Arai retiring on day 1, but by that stage Nikkilä had already got in front. Most impressive, won 10 stages and would finish 5th overall.
I'm very happy that we are here, and team did great job all weekend, and tires works well and everything. So.
Well, he had been in 6th, he got 5th after Juha Sale retired. Andres Aigner still leading the production standings, but a close battle behind. So stage 13 then, the decider, and 15.8 kilometers with just 3.8 seconds between the leaders. Sepp Wiegand taking 4th overall, having led at the beginning after claiming his first fast stage time.
So yesterday with my first IRC best time, and it was nice, and everything is fine. I think it's okay.
Well, he missed out on the podium because of the resistance and perhaps the local knowledge, certainly of the type of conditions of Umberto Scandala. Wiegand only in his 3rd gravel rally. Scandala claiming 3rd spot on the podium.
Yes, good work and good test for our championship, Italian championship, and we are happy about our car because Skoda Fabia is very fast and very hard.
So into the battle for the win then. Opening the stage, as ever, Anders Mikkelsen, 3.8 seconds behind Gian Domenico Basso at the start of the stage, losing again on the uphill parts to the turbo-engined Fiesta, and then having to attack doubly hard on the descents. Cutting the corners like crazy, he said, taking as many risks as he dared.
On the first split we were equal. Second split, I was after uphill section I lost 2 seconds, but the last section was downhill, so I pushed quite a lot and took some big cuts. Not big, but so we'll just wait and see for Basso.
So it's all in Gian Domenico's hands. It's his rally to lose. Running behind Mikkelsen on the road. He knows the splits that his rival is producing, but with such tiny margins, he can't afford a mistake. Big pressure. New rally, new car, new combination. 12 minutes 12.8, the target time set by Anders Mikkelsen. He comes through 12:13.8 to win it by 2.8.
Fantastic. I am very happy. Fantastic race. Good driver. Andreas.
As you can see, emotional and very happy Gian Domenico Basso. First gravel rally in over a year, first time out in this 1.6 Fiesta on gravel. Well, nothing fantastic about the flying finish for János Puskari, the Hungarian going off after the final stage, who's completed. He was 9th, didn't make it into final control, and was a retirement. Gian Domenico Basso then back, winning in the IRC, and that's a good sentence to be able to say for everybody. Anders Mikkelsen just 2.8 behind, and finishing off the podium, Umberto Scandala looking strong in the Italian car. Well, it's the 5th IRC victory for the 2006 champion Gian Domenico Basso, and Ford's 2nd win in the IRC. Mikko Hirvonen taking the Monty in 2010. Well, if his eyes weren't red before, a good dose of champagne in them will make them red for sure. well, maybe some spumante.
A un certo punto facevamo le prove dopo una
There's a
prova
few
e
places
l'altra
where we were
rimanevamo
both
alla
pushing
parità.
really
Quindi
hard.
era tutto da
I was in front,
ricominciare.
then he was in
Andreas è
front.
andato veramente
Sometimes
forte.
the times are exactly identical.
E abbiamo
Amazing.
vinto per
Andreas was so
pochissimo
strong.
e
I can't
pensavo di
believe
non
the
farcela,
gap was
però
so
alla
tiny. I
fine,
just didn't think
alla
I'd win
fine
it. So
è stato
in the end,
bellissimo. Ce l'abbiamo fatta,
very
siamo andati
intense,
forte, abbiamo
beautiful,
sfruttato
emotional.
l'avventura al massimo, tutte le potenzialità che aveva e soprattutto anche le gomme.
So really
Gran
pushed to the
lavoro anche del
maximum and
navigatore e della squadra.
didn't think there was any more attack left. Well, Andreas Mikkelsen still the championship leader, of course. Gian Domenico with those points now moving up to 5th position behind Jankko-Pekka Juha Hananen and Sepp Wiegand. And the manufacturer standings, perhaps unsurprisingly to you, Skoda still on top ahead of Peugeot with M Sport 20 points clear now of Renault. So the Colin McRae flat-out trophy could have gone either to Basso or Mikkelsen, but I think Andreas even would have to agree that Gian Domenico perhaps deserved it. 5 stage wins, fantastic fighting spirit, never give up, and that's what ended up with him winning the event and the trophy as well, presented by IRC Rally manager Jean-Pierre Nicolas. So 2 Skoda teams on the podium, but on the top step are the Italians, Gian Domenico Basso, Mitja Dotta for Ford, claiming victory. Italian winners on the Italian event. So another thrilling battle for victory, and more gravel to come in a fortnight's time. They are at the Sibiu Rally in Romania. We'll see you then. Stay tuned, and don't forget you can find all the latest news on the irseries.com website. See you then. Bye for now.